This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
A few moments later.
If he were CEO and he turned in a performance like that, would any corporation in America, any Fortune 500 corporation in America, keep him on as CEO?
The first presidential debate on CNN is over, and it's hard to think that, with one more to go, that the Democrats are going to keep Joe Biden in. He turned in a dismal performance, and to be honest, Donald Trump started off strong, but then he kind of fizzled out as the night went on. But the good news is, it didn't matter because Joe Biden was so weak, Donald Trump could have just phoned it in and had the same outcome. Now, of course, everyone is freaking out, and we'll show you those clips in a little bit. But the first thing I want to get to is one of my favorite moments from the debate. But before we continue, please like and comment so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
They've raised $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security.
So several things happened in that clip. First, you had Biden having some very senior moments. Second, you'll notice that basically the CNN panel, Jake Tapper there, actually bailed Biden out by stopping his mindless, incoherent rambling. And then third, you had Donald Trump taking that zinger in and saying, yeah, you beat Medicare to death. And then pointing out, and rightly so, that Medicare and Social Security under Joe Biden are going to be insolvent because he's basically giving it away to all the illegal immigrants, because that, of course, is what Democrats do. But there's still more.
You're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it. He decided to open up our border, open up our country to people that are from prisons, people that are from mental institutions, insane asylum, terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now, all terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open.
So there we have Biden trying to brag on the border in a nonsensical way. And Donald Trump points that out. I have no idea what that guy just said towards the end. And then Trump proceeds to say, yeah, I had the safest border in recent memory. And what did Joe Biden do? His first day in office, he undid everything that Donald Trump had done to secure the border. 90 plus executive actions to dismantle everything Trump had worked hard to do. So it's truly wonderful. Now, of course, everyone in the media is seeing the debacle that was the debates, how poor Biden performed, and they are worried, they are panicked. Check this out.
I can walk you through how I'm supposed to see it and say it, but I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country. He's doing the best that he can. But he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base. And he failed to do that. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention, and there is time for this party to figure out a different way forward if he will allow us to do that. But that was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain for what we saw tonight.
I, too, was on the phone throughout much of the debate with Obama world people, with Democrats, with people who are political operatives, with campaign operatives. My phone really never stopped buzzing throughout. And the universal reaction was somewhere approaching panic. The people who were texting with me were very concerned about President Biden seeming extremely feeble, seeming extremely weak. And, you know, I'll just reiterate what I said earlier. President Biden had one job tonight, and it was one primary job. And yes, it was to litigate Donald Trump's, you know, criminality and all of those things. But he had to settle his own party. He needed to settle Democrats. Democrats, you know, they always talk about Democrats are bedwetters and Democrats are always panicking. Yes, Democrats are always panicking. They're always scared, right? They're always thinking they're going to lose. Like, Democrats are very pessimistic. This is just
neurotic.
Who they are. They're neurotic. But Joe Biden's job was to reassure them tonight. His job was to calm his party, to make them feel that, yes, I can do this. I have 4 more years in me. I have the ability and the stamina and the strength to do 4 more years. He did not do that. He did the opposite of that.
Minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists. It involves elected officials. It involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket. And they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public with that call because they feel this debate was so terrible.
There you have it. Open calls now for Biden to step aside. For months, Republicans, conservatives, people on the right, center, they've all been saying, you know what? Biden is not going to be the candidate. There's no way. He's not equipped mentally, physically. It's just not going to happen. But of course, the Democrats, the left, they have to double down and be like, oh, he's the best ever. And he's perfectly capable of doing the job. But now they have to admit it openly. And what's their only option? Okay? It's, of course, to replace him at the Democrat convention. There's a reason why this debate happened so early. There's a reason why it's not through the official presidential debate office, etc., why it's through CNN. And that was to weed out Joe Biden. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm just being conspiratorial, but it seems like there's no way Biden will survive this debate. They're going to try to replace him. Now, they've already had their primaries, so they have to do it at the convention, where the superdelegates will take control and put in whoever they want. And hopefully, this will disenfranchise enough Democrat voters that Trump will still trounce whoever they decide to trot out. But either way, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay safe out there, people, because they're coming after you.